Alright, so for those of you who saw my last video, obviously you know what this is going to be about. This is the initial impressions on Masterpiece Dinobot. I'll probably do another impressions video once I've messed around with him more, and I'll talk about the robot mode. But, yeah, I just had some fun with the other video. I'm completely expecting it to be copyright struck and whatever. I don't really care. It's just fun. It was for my own personal enjoyment. But after a series of goddamn snafus, to put it mildly, with UPS, I swear UPS just hates my part of Pittsburgh. Masterpiece Dinobot's finally here. I've literally been looking forward to this figure since they announced him. Probably around this time last year, maybe a little bit earlier. So, yeah, he's by no means perfect. But I do really appreciate what Takara tried to do here, which is taking a CGI model that has basically an impossible transformation and turning it into plastic. I've only messed around with him a little bit. I had a not too long day at work, but then went for a run afterwards to get some exercise, and so didn't get home until like 7-ish. That's pointless detailing. But I've only messed around with Dinobot a little bit over the past 3 or 4 hours, and I really like him. I do feel like the cost is more because of the whole sign of the times thing, with the economy being what it is and oil being what it is, and that driving up the cost of plastic, and Dinobot being indirectly made from actual Dinobot parts, or Dino parts, which is weird and cool, and I love it because I'm a goddamn nerd. But I don't know, my initial impression is he's really good, but the price hike, at least initially, is kind of insane for me. From Primal, who we got, what, like a year and a half ago? Maybe 2 years ago? I'd have to look at the date of when I did my video on Primal, to Dinobot here. That price hike is a little absurd to me. And to be honest, and this is just how I am with all Masterpiece figures, a lot of stuff that comes with him I'm not going to display him with. I like the golden disc accessory, that's cool. Display stand's fine. I honestly am probably not going to display him with it, because it's going to be my main display over that way. I don't really have the space for the display stand. But then there's just other, like, I may swap out the alternate phases on occasion, whatever. I don't know that unless you liked Beast Wars, I can justify the freaking absurd price, in my opinion, for this figure. He is honestly probably going to be Grail status for a lot of people who like Dinobot and like Beast Wars, as flawed as this mode is. Haven't transformed him yet, so I can't speak to the robot mode. But the price right now has to be my biggest issue, and that's the biggest barrier for entry with this collectible. Because I wouldn't even call it like an action figure that you have fun with, that you mess around with. It's just, I like it for what it is, and I think just having only messed around with him briefly over the past, again, 3 or 4 hours, he does really satisfy that kind of specific itch for me of being, a really good Masterpiece Beast Wars figure that is in between Primal, who was the clear, amazing home run figure, to use a sports analogy that nobody will get, and Cheetor, who's on the opposite end of the spectrum, but still really solid in my opinion, just incredibly fucking flawed. But I don't know, again, that I would justify getting him right as he's released, right now, when he's like $200 and something, because, hey, if you're a collector and you have that money, great, get him. He's really cool, just in this mode. Again, can't speak to the robot mode, but, or the transformation for that matter. But I look at him, and even though he does also, in addition to that aforementioned itch, satisfy that like definitive version of literally one of my favorite characters from 90s cartoons, from Transformers. For me, that 240 something odd dollar pill is a very hard one to swallow. Even from the nostalgia, I want a definitive representation of literally one of my favorite characters from animated media / Transformers in my collection. Like, this is a figure that I said, hey, if they ever make a classics or a Masterpiece Dinobot, I will get him. I have the Henkei Dinobot still on my main display over there, because for me that was the Dinobot for my collection. He'll still be in my main collection. This guy is going to be right behind him though, and he's gonna look damn great next to Primal, Cheetor, and then Generations Rhinox and Rat Trap. And honestly, come relatively soon in the overall time scheme of things. I may have that be like a little mini display. But yeah, I don't know what the point of this video was, and I don't even know if those were coherent thoughts on Dinobot here. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one, which probably will be a thoughts on the robot mode and transformation. But yeah, Dinobot vlog. See you guys in the next one. Bye!